So hey guys, and welcome back to the Exam Revision YouTube channel. My name is Greta Thornton, and today I'm going to be talking about how to stay organised for Junior Cert and Leaving Cert. As you know, staying organised is really important, to have all your stuff together and also just to have less stress overall. If you're messy and if you don't know your deadlines, it can make you so much more stressed. So don't do that to yourself, follow my tips and let's get more organised. So the first tip is to get like a good planner or like a tracker, or even use like a whiteboard to take track of your deadlines and exams and stuff coming up. I think this is so important as everyone has a school journal, but I found logging all my homework, it was so easy for deadlines to get lost in that. So I recommend like a separate planner, even use just like a piece of paper and just plan your deadlines, know when they are and don't forget them. I used to use like this whiteboard and I found it really helpful, and it was actually really satisfying like ticking it off to say like, oh, I've finished that class test or whatever. So yeah, definitely invest in that as it will keep you on top of your assignments and your deadlines. So the next tip is pretty obvious, but to label all your copies, all your folders, literally label everything. Yeah, like obviously this one everyone kind of knows how to do, but trust me, when you have a lot of folders and stuff like that, it can get really easy to mix up which is which, and you don't want that happening when you're in class and you have the wrong folder. We've all been there and it's really annoying. If you have like loads of folders and different copies and stuff, make sure you label which one is which and you know what it's for. Only if you have a space for it in your house, but to have kind of like a separate locker, I just use like a bookshelf, but just to have all your flashcards, all your other copies, folders and like extra books and stuff, like exam papers and stuff like that, and only bring like your essential books into school in your locker. I found this really helpful to do because I'll only have the essential stuff in school and I'll have all the rest of the stuff at home. So if I did forget anything, at least I'd have stuff at home. And yeah, I found this really good just to organise my stuff. I can have all my extra stationery in there as well, do you know what I mean? You can use like, even if you have like a spare drawer or anything like that. But I found this really helpful, in my study space, just to have all my stationery there in case I needed anything, and to get like top-ups of say like just basic stuff like pens, Tipp-Exes and all that, because you'll be surprised at how fast they run out. So the next tip, I know this is very difficult and it's easier said than done, but try to have a good sleep schedule. I cannot even stress this enough on how much this impacts your mood, your day, your energy, like literally everything. Try to have a decent sleep schedule, like 8 to 10 hours, something like that. If I had like no sleep, I will not be in a good mood at all. It'll give you the energy to actually study throughout the day. Well, like if you have no sleep, like you're just trying to get through the day, like there's no way you're gonna like obtain information. Definitely try to have a good sleep schedule. It's something you want to like keep up with and try to like maintain, especially in exam year. So the next tip is to use Exam Revision to stay organised throughout your exam year. Exam Revision is a Grimes website for students of Junior Cycle, Leaving Cert and teachers. They have a wide variety of subjects which is all categorised and all in one place. They have H1 notes, videos, PowerPoints, presentations, quizzes and so much more. You can access these resources 24/7. You can stop, pause, rewind, repeat, literally everything, which is really good if you're a busy student, which I assume all of you are if you're an exam student. As you can access it any time of the day, whenever it suits you and whenever you actually study. That might be different times for everyone, so I think this is really good for all students. I think this is ideal throughout the rest of the year. It'll just set you up for success as it's so beneficial, and I love how organised it is as well. Like everything, you can just, where everything is. It's really easy to access it online, like it's not confusing at all. And it just looks really nice as well, like visually it's just really nice. So they have a free plan, a standard plan which is €20 a month, and a premium plan which is €30 a month, and I have a discount code which is Greta20 for 20% off standard and premium plan, which you can use at checkout. What Exam Revision also has this February is February revision courses. These are perfect for exam students, which is Junior Cycle and Leaving Cert students. So these are one-day intensive courses throughout the February midterm, which is the 11th to the 17th of February. There's live revision courses, and you can also buy past revision courses as well. So these revision courses provide H1 notes to accompany each course. They give you exam techniques and tuition from highly skilled teachers of the selected subject you choose. You can also click on more details of the selected subject to see what time of the day it's on, what you're doing, like literally in bullet points, what you will be doing throughout the hours of this course. which I think is really good, just to see what you're signing up to and what you'll actually be doing, and see if it's, you know, chapters that you definitely need more work in or that you're okay with. So the courses are starting at 1 for €129 and 3 courses for €299. Definitely check them out at the end of this video along with exam revision. So the next tip, which I think is so important for students, is to prioritize your time on the weekends. So by this, you know, if you have a lot to do, get up earlier to get it all done. You know, especially if you work or have a job, you know, prioritize your study around your work. Schedule it for you, like schedule it when, you know, everyone's schedule is different. If you need to get up earlier, get up earlier. Try not to study too late, as you know, as I said, you want to have a good sleep schedule. And also prioritizing your time more in like a self-care way. Like say on the weekends you have a bit more time, you know, you can go to the gym, relax, watch movies, do exercise, spend time with your friends, like whatever it is that's self-care to you, and like giving yourself a break. Definitely do it on the weekends, as you know, you study but like also play. Like you have to give yourself a break as well, or else you will burn out, which is really easy to do, especially when you're like constantly studying. Don't forget to chill and give yourself a break along with studying and prioritizing your time. So the next, which I think is really important and motivating to do to stay organized, is to track your progress. Exam Revision actually has a feature which you can track your progress with and see like where you are now and where you were when you started, and see like how you built yourself up. But by this, you can do this with study planners or even what chapters you've done. You can do this as well with exam revision study spreadsheets. And, you know, see what chapters you're okay with and what you need more help with. And yeah, I feel like tracking your progress, I did this before my Leaving Cert, and it's really nice to see like how much you've actually done, like how much work you've actually put in, and you know, it reminds you to stay on top of your stuff and what you're actually working towards. I had this just on a study planner on my wall, and just to see like how much study I've done throughout the weeks leading up to my Leaving Cert was really motivating, and actually can be organised to see like what chapters I've done, pinpoint like what chapters, you know, you're good with, you enjoy, and you understand it, and also what chapters you're not so good with. Yeah, I feel like tracking your progress is really good, and exam revision, you know, has that built in, which is so good for students. So the last tip is to pick the time of day which you have the most energy, you know, to study with. You could have more energy in the morning, or you could have more energy like, you know, after school when you're home. What I did anyways was I'd have my dinner when I came home from school, and then I would start just to give myself a bit of a break after being in school all day. That worked for me. But you know, you could be an early riser and you might want to study before school. Yeah, I think it's really important, you know, to see what time of day you have energy and that you're not drained, because then that will affect your study. And yeah, this will keep you organised so you can track your day and like organise your day and what time you're going to study and stuff like that. So those are my tips on how to stay organised for junior cycle and Leaving Certs. Yeah, I think being organised is really important, and it just helps you out in the long run, especially when you're an exam student. Don't forget to check out exam revision in the description box below, along with their February revision courses, which will be really beneficial throughout your midterm. And yeah, I hope these tips helped, and I'll see you guys in the next video.